Hey, hey, redeemed 2 times in 1 day. But I'm doing all the things today. I'm going to wait for one of you guys to pop up here before I start. Rambles of the afternoon. Sorry. Wait for one of you guys to pop up here before I start. I hope y'all had a great day. I'm going to show y'all something really neat that I do with old testers. Let me tag somebody. Okay, let me go ahead and start. So, every catalog season, you'll get a list of discontinued scents that go away. Never throw those testers away. Never, ever, ever hold on to them. There's so much you can do with them. Sometimes they come back. So, you can have extra testers for like extra bag parties or stuff like that. Say, hey, when you pop up here. But I'm going to show you specifically what I do with my testers. Hey, Brenda. What I do with my discontinued testers. So, the catalog season, the fall and the spring and summer testers, some of them were discontinued. But this catalog season coming up, the spring and summer, some of them came back. So, I'm going to show you what I'm doing with some of my testers. There's 2 different things that I do. So, I'm going to flip this around to show you. So, some of these testers are like really, really old that I hold on to. And they did not come back. Like Pink Haze. Some of these did not come back. So, I'm using these as customer samples for my open house. They can flip these over inside their warmer and use it as a sample. So, I have 2 big jugs of them. Because I have a ton of testers. So, they can flip this over. Use it as a little sample. These scents did not come back. However, some of them did come back. So I'm going to show you what I did. I went through all my testers today because I'm cleaning out my office, getting ready for spring and summer, prepping for my open house, all that good stuff. So some of the testers did come back, and I have a ton extra. So I separated them when I was going through testers of ones that came back. So you can do 1 or 2 things. You can have extra testers for bag parties because they don't need every single tester when you do a bag party. They really, really don't. Or online parties. If I mail these, they can just keep them. They don't have to give them back. But I have about 10 bags with 10 testers per bag. What I'm doing specifically, if I have all my bag parties booked and I have these testers laying around, I'm going to use these as Earn-A-Kits. So I'll post something on Facebook like, have you ever thought about being a consultant? Do you want to test it out for 2 weeks and walk 2 weeks in my shoes and see what being a consultant is all about? I'll mail them a catalog and these testers. They can keep them. I don't want them back. And they can play consultant. So they can collect orders. If they decide at the end of the 2 weeks that they do want to be a consultant, I'll enter the orders in, use their host credit to do Earn-A-Kit. If they decide that, no, this isn't for me, I don't want to be a consultant, that's an extra party for me. So they can still get free and half off stuff. I get paid off of it, blah, 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 but it doesn't tie up any of my bag parties. Hey, Jessica, it doesn't tie up any of my bag parties that I have because I have 6 bag parties for this season. It doesn't tie up any of my bag parties. So never ever throw your testers away. There is so much that you can do with them. That's specifically what I'm doing. I went through like 2 years worth of testers, y'all. Like 2 years worth. And separated them between fall and winter. And the ones that didn't came back, they're going to my customers this weekend as samples. They can grab handfuls of them, flip them in their warmer. But I separated them into 10 testers per bag. And I'll either book parties with these or potential teammates. So, I'll mail these to them. The reason I like doing it this way is I don't need any of this stuff back. Anything that I mail them, specifically, I'm trying to grow my customer base out of state and meet new people, that don't live around here to become potential new teamies. So I can mail this to them. Easy, bam. If they decide it's not for them, they can keep it. I'm not out but my postage. They can flip these in their warmers, whatever. But if they decide that they do want to be a consultant, this is a good way for them to earn their kit either $59 or less, potentially for free. And it not tie up any of my bag parties while doing it. So never throw your testers away. There's so much that you can do with them. Literally, so much that you can do with them. And that's what I did today for my goal is to use them to do earn-a-kits with. But you can spoil your customers with them. Throw them in your packaging. If you have a whole bunch laying around, throw them in your packaging for extra samples for your customers. Whatever you want to do, I'm doing a little bit of a mixture of both for you guys that just popped up on the video. Some of these testers did not come back this season. So I'm using them at my open house. They can flip them in their warmer and it will melt out. Give them an extra sample. The ones that I just showed you, the bigger ones, they all came back this season. So I have extra testers for bag parties and all of that stuff. I'm specifically using it to do earn-a-kits with this season so that they can automatically join and potentially hit Shooting Star the very same day that they join, which is a big, big deal. I really, really like doing it that way. That way they earn their kit, they get the half-offs, they join for free, and they hit Shooting Star the day that they join. I really, really like doing it that way. That way they're closer to their first promotion to certified to get that 5% raise. So this way I can mail that to them. They decide it's not for them, it's fine. They don't have to worry about it. They can do a party, get free and half-off stuff. They decide it's for them, they can keep those testers and do the same thing that I did with them. They can save those testers, create little pouches to do earn-a-kits with. Hey, Allie. Hey, Kayla. To do earn-a-kits with and have extra testers on hand. I order six transition sets a season because I hustle bag parties. That's how I work my business. I like to have at least 6 bag parties going at one time, and then I can rotate them out as I collect the orders, and submit their party. So I have a ton. You think 6 transition testers, a lot of those scents came back. So I never throw my testers away. I always keep them because there's so much that you can do with them. But get in that mindset going into this new season. How can you work smarter, not harder? Contact out-of-state people. Contact people you know that don't live around you, that are long distance from you. Mail them 10 testers from last season that came back. They can create a party or potentially join. And literally it costs you postage to mail those, literally. There's no out-of-pocket expense. So that's what I do. I have my bags already created. I have my catalogs already ready to go. So when I start talking to people that don't live around me, I can go ahead and mail that stuff out. I can slap a stamp on it and a card saying, welcome, join the journey, whatever. And then when they get it, get them on the phone to explain how this works. So, work smarter, not harder. Absolutely. I know so many of you guys are busy and work full-time jobs. You can absolutely work this business while you work full-time job. I mean, literally, I did it while working 12, 14-hour shifts as a nurse with a newborn. So you can work this into your life. And that's the wonderful thing about Scentsy, is you can definitely fit this into your life, work it into your life. So if you're crunched for time, set aside a day to contact people that you don't live around, that live out of state, out of your county, and ask them, like, have you ever thought about doing what I do? Do you want to try it? So I call it, what do I call it? I have to go look back at an old post, but it's like a trial consultant. Do you want to try living 2 weeks in my shoes? No commitment. Try it. If you decide it's not for you, it's fine. Keep what I sent you. If you decide it's for you, you can earn your kit for free. So, there's a lot of ways that you can do this. I like doing it. In fact, that is how I met one of my newest teammates, Letitia Day. I posted on my business page. She commented, and I mailed her some stuff. she decided it wasn't for her right then, but she decided last week that it was for her. So you never ever know. This stuff, literally, it's ready to go. This is how extra I am, y'all. I already even have my bubble mailers ready. It has my address. All I have to do is pop an address up there, shove the testers in with a catalog, and mail it. Literally. That's it. So use these testers to your advantage. Literally, when they get them on the phone, walk them through how to have a bag party with those testers. And when it's time to close, ask them, do you want to join for free using the host credits that you just earned while collecting orders? You can join for free for $39, for $29, whatever their host credits added up to. And then they can keep the stuff. And then they can do the same thing. The reason I'll say this last thing and then I'll let y'all go. The reason I really like doing it this way is because I don't like tying up my bag parties that have everything in them, like to do tourniquets with. I want them to see that they don't have to have a lot of stuff to be a consultant, because you don't. You don't need stock to be a consultant. You don't need to buy all this stuff to be a consultant. You need testers and you need catalogs. So why I like doing it this way is because I want them to see literally all you need is these testers and catalogs to be a consultant. You don't need all of this extra stuff to be a successful consultant. So I'll mail this to them. Bada bing, bada boom. And that's it. And the testers that didn't come back, my customers will be spoiled Saturday with a bunch of extra samples that are just laying around in my office. But don't throw them away. So when you get ready to go through your testers to get rid of your discontinued stuff that's discontinuing after this month, don't throw them away. Put them in a bag. Save them for later. Save them for next catalog season. So you can do this too. So if you were a consultant last spring or summer, you should have testers. If you didn't throw them away, you'll have testers. Some of those scents came back. Use those to do extra mini pouch parties or extra tourniquet parties. All right? I love y'all. Y'all have a good day.